Welcome to lesson 12.3. Here's your objective. I will be able to display and interpret data from box and whisker plots. So if you are an expert on quartile 1, median, quartile 3, and you know how to draw a box and a couple of lines, we'll call them whiskers, you will do a great job today. If not, we'll still do a great job. Here we go. Alright, so this is your basic box and whisker plot. It has a couple of areas. It has your lower extreme. That's the first point over here. But that is not an outlier. Box and whisker plots do not have outliers on the box or the little whiskers. If there's outliers, they're past the whiskers, all right? So on your box and whisker plot, you have a lower extreme, which is basically your lowest number from your data set. You have quartile 1, which begins your box. The median, which doesn't have to be in the middle of the box, okay? It can be. I want you to figure out why by the end of this lesson or by tomorrow. Why does the median not have to be in the exact middle of the box itself? All right? And quartile 3 ends your box, so there's 3 dots on the box. And the upper extreme, which is the highest number of your data set, is the last dot. So there's 5 dots total, 5 points. 3 of them make up your box, all right? So you basically have to draw a box from quartile 1 to quartile 3. So there it is right here, quartile 1 to quartile 3. Then draw whiskers to the extremes, which says the lowest and greatest number that are not outliers. I can't stress that enough. Do not put your outliers on your whiskers there, okay? And here are the lines right there. There's my lowest extreme. Now I might have numbers that are less than quartile 1 somewhere on here, but I only put a dot to my lowest extreme and a dot to my highest extreme, okay? Not necessarily your high, I guess I said earlier, your highest number in your data set. Well, your highest number and your lowest number in your data set that are not outliers will be your extremes. Alright, so here's just another version of what a box and whisker plot has. It's another, if you want to see another different visual, lower extreme, lower quartile, median, upper quartile, upper extreme. Box and whisker plots have 5 points. Alright, so here's my attempt at making one using this data. Now, in your book, this problem, the numbers weren't in order already. I already did that, so you wouldn't be bored with me putting numbers in order. But like usual, you have to put numbers in order if you're going to find the median and the quartiles. Alright, so the first step is I have to find my median, and then I have to find my lower and upper quartiles, or our first quartile and our third quartile. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 numbers. Doesn't get any better than that. That means I will have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on one side, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the other, and 25 is my median, right in the middle. All right, moving on. I have my median of 25. So I might as well draw my dot right now for that. There's 25 on my chart. I'll put a nice dot right there for my median. Let's find quartile 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. Now, I'm not including this 25 because that number is right in the middle. Now, if I had an even amount of numbers, like 8, then you guys should know what to do by then. But right now, I have the best setup when I have 11 numbers. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. That means 22 is my lower quartile. So I'm going to go, there's 20, 21, 22, put a dot right about there for my lower quartile. I could even make a note to myself, Q1, median. All right, you guys probably can't see that, but that says Q1 and median. I made a note for myself so I don't mess it up. I've been known to do that once or twice in these videos. Upper side, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers in our upper half. That means 34 is quartile 3. So I'll find 34 right about there. Make a note to myself that says Q3. You can't see it. It says Q3. Don't worry about it. And I've already predetermined that there are no outliers. I don't want to go through the whole process again. And some of you are still just kind of eyeballing it, seeing, well, there's no outliers here. But you got to kind of know the equation to figure it out. If not, see me. But over here, I already predetermined there's no outliers, so I don't have to worry about that. 19 will be my lower extreme because it's my lowest number. That is not an outlier because I have no outliers. And 40 is my upper extreme because that's my highest number. That is not an outlier, and I don't have outliers. So 40 would be right here, and that is my upper extreme. I can make a note, maybe a UE for myself. I can erase all that later. And my lower extreme is 19, which is right here. All right, my lower extreme. So I just made some notes to myself. Now, I've got to remember that my box for my box and whisker goes from quartile 1 to quartile 3. So I'm going to draw a box from quartile 1 to quartile 3, kind of keeping my dots in the middle. And where my median is, I'm going to draw a line straight down through my median point. So I'm done with my box part. Okay? Quartile 1, quartile 3, and the median. Notice the median is not right in the middle of this box. All right, my lower extreme. I'm just going to draw a little tiny line right to it. Maybe make my bubble a little bigger. My whisker on my lower side is not too far because my lower extreme is kind of close to the middle of my data. But my upper extreme is kind of far away. It's way out here, but it's not an outlier. It's still close enough not to be an outlier. So I just draw a line from there to there. And I have made the best box and whisker plot ever. It looks adorable, doesn't it? Whiskers, it's like a little kitty cat. Maybe, maybe not. So, if you're confused, watch this segment again of how I made the box and whisker plot. But just to recap, you can find your median, make a point. Find your lower quartile and your upper quartile, or quartile 1 and quartile 3, make a point. Find your lower extreme and your upper extreme. Give them a point, and remember, extremes are not outliers, okay? So even though 20 would have fell somewhere on here, on this whisker line, I don't need a point for it. I just need 5 points. And then you drew your box around your quartiles, your median got a line through it, and then you drew a line to your whiskers. And not too bad. It's fun, I'd say. It's kind of cute making a box and whisker plot. So that's your job right now. You have to make a box and whisker plot for the following data. Depth of recent earthquakes kilometers. Okay, so there's earthquakes somewhere, and one of them only affected 5 kilometers deep. Another one was 9 kilometers. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You have 14 pieces of data, so that means your median will fall in the middle of 2 numbers. So you know what to do there, right? You're going to have 2 numbers in the middle, and then you're going to have to add them and then divide by 2 and get your median point. All right? I already kind of put down here for you. You can copy this one or make your own. The beginning of your the graphing points down here on your number line to put your box and whisker plot above. So good luck, and we'll see what you could do. See you soon.